Hi, I'm Billy. Welcome back to we're not the Low Management Podcast. Welcome back to the No Sell Podcast,
That is our name.
wrestling-based podcast. That is our name, yes. We are experimenting with a slightly different format where instead of uploading one chunk of like an hour long or an hour and a half, however long we go, talking about every topic we want to cover for the week, we're going to try to do more condensed, shorter segments on each specific thing as their own video, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
And to start that off, we are going to start with the natural starting point, the one of the bigger events in wrestling every year, NWA Hard Times.
Yes, sir.
No, we're going to talk about the Rumble. I haven't watched Hard Times yet. I saw Flip Gordon did a flip. That was cool.
Flip Gordon's an NWA.
No, but it's an indie, so indie
Oh,
companies
okay.
can
So
work
yeah,
with
he was
him.
just working there. Okay.
Yeah, he was working there. He had a match, I think, with Nick Aldis. It was pretty cool. But anyways, back to the Rumble. We're gonna discuss that. It was in the Minute Maid Park, the house that Baron Corbin built.
Yeah, it was in Minute. I think it's called Minute Maid Park in Houston.
Which is a terrible place for the Rumble because a bunch of surprise entrants got spoiled for me. Edge didn't, but MVP got spoiled because they have this big old window on the side, and you can see the Titantron from it. But yeah,
Wasn't there another one that got spoiled for you?
I mean, there. I don't think she was actually there.
Who was it?
I forget who it was, but I'm pretty sure she wasn't there. I think it was like Victoria or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but there was someone that wasn't there that had their Titantron, so at least they're somewhat aware of it. But on to the Rumble. What was the card?
It started with Baron Corbin and Roman Reigns and Falls Count Anywhere.
You're gonna no sell the pre-show?
I mean, we could talk about the pre-show.
It started with
I didn't watch the
Carlos
pre-show.
versus Andre the Giant. Yeah, I didn't either, but it happened.
Wait, what match happened?
Humble Carlos versus Andrade the Giant.
Okay.
It was a match. Those two have a lot of matches together.
Yeah.
The program has been Andrade versus everyone else that speaks Spanish on the roster.
Pretty much.
Which, it's not a bad thing.
No, they put on good matches.
Yeah, they put on a good match. I wish Alberto Del Rio wasn't a train wreck. I miss him.
Bro, he
Just
was
thinking about wrestlers that speak Spanish. Alberto Del Rio
was so good.
Cool guy. Yeah. The cross arm breaker was a really good finisher.
Mm-hmm.
He had Ricardo Rodriguez. Remember when he ran over Santa Claus?
I actually don't.
He ran over Santa Claus on obviously a Christmas episode, and then John Cena beat him up in a Miracle on 34th Street fight. Yeah, it was pretty goat. Del Rio was not a part of this pay-per-view.
Nope.
But that Andrade match happened and Andrade won, and now he's suspended.
Yep, they
30 days?
30 days for violation of substance abuse or whatever wellness policy, that's what they call it.
Wellness policy, yeah.
And they wrote him off on TV the next night on Raw, where he took a hammerlock DDT on the concrete from Carrillo.
Humble Carlos got his revenge.
Yep.
After that, we got King Corbin versus Roman Reigns.
There was actually another match on the pre-show.
There was another match on the pre-show?
Yeah. Shorty
What else happened on the pre-show?
versus,
Oh, yeah,
Sheamus.
Shorty G versus Sheamus. Sheamus won, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I hope they
So
get
after that was Roman Reigns
we
versus
just gotta no-sell that.
King Corbin. I haven't been given a reason to care about them yet. Maybe it'll build to something.
I was just going to say, I hope they give Sheamus a legit feud.
With Shorty G?
I mean, I'd prefer somebody else. I think Shorty G feud was just kind of like build him back up to make him
Can
more.
we get can we make Sheamus a legitimate contender against the Fiend somehow?
I really don't know how you.
How could we do this?
I don't know how you book that.
His white skin is so pale it reflects the Fiend's evil energy back. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of how we can end WrestleMania with Sheamus having all the belts like the WWE 2K or 12 Road to WrestleMania.
Yeah, that was 12.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out how we can get to that point again.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sheamus being back is cool. He's still fresh off of being back, so he hasn't had too much build yet. He wrestles a entertaining style. Can we get him with Big E?
That would actually be a pretty
I think
entertaining
that would
feud.
be a cool
Yeah.
program. Yeah.
I would like that.
Anyway, speaking of SmackDown, now we're on to King Corbin versus Roman Reigns.
Yep.
It was exactly what a Falls Count Anywhere match between Corbin's Kingdom and Roman and his cousins would look like.
Yeah, it got real gimmicky real fast.
Hopefully it's the end of the feud just because neither guy is really getting much out of it at this point and it's just dragged on for way too long. It ended with a pretty cool spot that you'll see on some kind of Roman Reigns highlight reel where he speared Corbin on the dugout of the Houston Astros park. There was a reference to the Houston Astros being dirty cheaters with Dolph Ziggler banging on the garbage can.
That's so awesome.
It is.
But yeah, I mean,
It's been really fun watching all of social media beat up on the Astros for what they did.
Yeah.
It's been, like, the jokes flying. It's been amazing to see baseball in some kind of a mainstream meme.
Yes, people actually care about baseball for once.
And it's because people don't follow the rules. Just like the steroid era. I'm sensing a trend with baseball.
Oh yeah, I mean they're.
The further we stray from the good old game, the better it is.
I mean they've been juicing the baseballs for like the last 2 years.
No, they haven't. Aaron Judge is just that strong.
Okay. Anyways, back to Corbin.
We'll start the home plate podcast soon, guys. Don't worry.
I mean, it was. They got about as much out of that match as they could between a Roman.
It was a
Reigns
lot better than it could have been. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was the typical WWE Falls Count Anywhere. They went like all over the arena, which you brought up yesterday. Imagine paying all this money to go see Royal Rumble. And then,
Not only that, imagine not living in Houston. Imagine traveling to the Royal Rumble, and the first actual main card match you see, you can't see anything, and that's your match. At least it wasn't a super main event match.
yeah, having it as the opener is
But-
the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, and it was a pretty solid opening match.
Yeah, I liked it.
Like I said, hopefully it's an end to it. The thing with Baron Corbin is he's real annoying, and you can get him to antagonize the hell out of a heel or a face, and you can get him, you could get heat on him, and you can build up a feud that has a satisfying conclusion. They just don't.
Yeah, they've. I don't know how they fix him because I feel like he's kind of at the point of no return to where for like the last year they think that he's like this monster heel and everyone's booing and like talking crap about him because he's this monster heel, but like nobody likes him.
Yeah, it's not fun. I
They've
like
just-
Baron Corbin because he seems like he knows what he's doing by all accounts, but they just need to like remove him from the main event picture. Maybe have him win the IC title at some point and run around with that.
Yeah.
Just something to legitimize him as someone you should be afraid of. Given King of the Ring was supposed to do that, and look where we got.
I mean, King of the Ring, King of the Ring hasn't been as prestigious as it used to be for like the last decade.
That's true.
The last like
Which
major
is
King of the Ring
not
was
great.
King Booker. So
King Booker, yeah. But, I mean, they can rebuild him. They just need to accept that that's what they have to do.
yeah,
But, yeah, the problem with him is you never come out of a Corbin feud thinking that the face really overcame the odds and you're happy for him. You're just like, thank God that's over.
yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah. What was after the Corbin match?
was the Women's Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah, Beth Phoenix had a bloody head.
Bro, what was that about?
I have no idea. Her head was bleeding.
I have to go back and look how that happened because, like, the entire back of her head was red.
Yeah, it was not that good.
And her being bleach
Blonde
blonde
did
doesn't
not
help at
help,
all.
Yeah, she lasted longer than any WWE Hall of Famer ever had in the Rumble until later in the night,
Yeah.
where her husband beat her.
Yep. Yeah, so Bianca Belair and Alexa Bliss started the match.
Oh yeah, Bianca Belair had a great showing. She threw a bunch of people
dominated
out of the
the
ring.
first half of the match, and then
Charlotte got her gone.
yeah, Charlotte came in at 17, and she kind of dominated the second half, and then until Shayna came in at 30, and Shayna eliminated 8 people in 4 minutes and 27 seconds.
Jeez, I
Yeah.
didn't know it was that much.
Yeah, like she was.
Yeah, she went
She was
in.
literally just walking up to people, grabbing them, and just chucking them.
Yeah, and she didn't win the Rumble.
Yeah.
Charlotte Flair won the Royal Rumble.
There's something else I want to talk about. Oh, Santina Barella at 29.
I didn't like it.
What was that about?
I didn't like it because Sasha Banks wasn't in the Rumble, but Santina was.
So Santina comes in at 29. You're like, what the heck? Okay. Then she gets in the ring and stares at. I don't remember who. There was 2 people like.
Was it Beth Phoenix and Charlotte?
It was Beth Phoenix and Natalya.
No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got a Divas of Doom reunion.
Yeah. So Santina's just in the middle of the ring, staring at them, and then takes out the arm sleeve for the Cobra, Cobras herself, and then falls out of the ring.
She got gone.
So, yep, Charlotte wins because, LOL, Charlotte wins. They need her to win every single type of match in WWE history, apparently.
She's got to match Richard Flair, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's kind of cool that she's going down to NXT to to face the NXT title if that's what they decide to do, like they rumored.
Yep, it's rumored that she's going to at some point go down to NXT, challenge Rhea Ripley for the title, which
It'd be cool and it'd be a good match.
it'd be cool and it'd be a good match. I just don't think you need Charlotte to win the Rumble for that match to happen. And if you
No, and I don't think you need Charlotte to go to NXT. They have plenty of good women's matches down there that they can have.
That's true.
Without Charlotte going down there. It's not like when Sasha Banks and Bayley said they were going to defend the women's tag title belts where there weren't many contenders on Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, there's plenty of talented women that are built in some way where they would be a believable contender for that belt.
That's a good point.
But now, what if they take Rhea Ripley's title reign and cut it real short and make it Bianca Belair's triumphant moment against Charlotte? I haven't thought of it because I've written it in my mind that Bianca's going to lose that match, but if she somehow does,
That might
could
be a decent match.
interesting. It'd be a good match. I don't know if I'd like it because I want Ripley to have a decent title reign.
Yeah, I mean, she
After
did.
everything she did to beat Shayna, she kind of needs
She
it.
did end Shayna's, like, year-long reign of terror. So.
Yeah, after that, I think she deserves at least a few defenses.
But, yeah, I just don't understand why Charlotte won it, because,
I don't. Yeah.
I mean, it seems like,
there was a real cool spot where Mandy Rose got thrown out of the ring and Otis was there.
oh, yeah, Otis caught her and then just, like, started looking up and she, like, surfboarded him and then went back in the ring.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, hopefully we get something good out of it. I'm not the hugest Charlotte fan in the world.
I'm not opposed to her and Rhea Ripley, because, I mean, if you're really... My only issue is that I feel like the reason that they're doing this match is because they want they're trying to push NXT as the like third brand that can compete with Raw and SmackDown. But if you really wanted to do that, you could do it one step further, and you could still have the Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte match. You don't need the Royal Rumble winner to have it, and then
Yeah.
you could have Shayna win it, and then challenge like Becky or whoever's the SmackDown champion at the time.
Yeah. Just two things about Charlotte winning the Rumble. One is that you don't need her to win the Rumble to get her to face Rhea Ripley on NXT. And two is she's already a star and doesn't need the Rumble to help create her.
Yeah.
You could have helped build another star in the women's division, but instead you chose to give it to someone who has been all over forever now.
Yep. Hey, Sasha to win a Royal Rumble real soon, bro.
She needs to win something.
Yeah. Just do something. She's
Yeah,
been making the
pretty
album
much.
for like 2 months now. She's just not been on SmackDown.
At this point, she's not making an album. It's kayfabe. It's to keep her off TV for some reason.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, after the women's rumble was what match was it?
It was Bayley versus Lacey Evans for the SmackDown Women's title.
Speaking of titles that need something, they needed Sasha to win that.
Yeah, I still don't think we're gonna get Bayley versus Sasha at Mania.
I still believe, but it's looking dimmer and dimmer.
Yeah, we're basically now 2.5 months out of Mania, and I just don't see them building a Bayley
they aren't
versus
really
Sasha
building
for
that turn. Who turns on who if they do that? I'd have Bayley turn on Sasha.
Yeah.
I think Sasha can be the bigger face star if one of them is that.
Yeah, it's really strange because I think Sasha's the better face and the better heel between the two. So.
Yes, and I think you should have the better face be the face in that case.
Yeah, and I've actually enjoyed Bayley's heel work. I wasn't a big fan of her face work, so.
I mean, it's been alright. It's just that it hasn't been prominently featured, and SmackDown as a whole has felt like a C show.
That's true.
So that's not really her fault, but that's just what it is.
Yeah. So, as far as the match goes, I don't really remember much of it. To be honest,
It was one on a roll up.
Yeah. Bayley
That's
won
all
on a
I
roll up.
remember.
I don't really remember much of it. I don't think I was really paying attention to much of it, but
Yeah.
there was a small part of me that kind of hoped that Lacey would win because they were really pushing her as a face. But
Yeah, and it would be something notable in that division.
yeah, the SmackDown Women's division is it's really stale at this point.
Yeah. It just needs something to spice it up.
So after that was the Fiend versus Bray Wyatt. The Fiend versus Bray Wyatt.
The Fiend versus Daniel Bryan.
Fiend versus Daniel Bryan in a strap match for the Universal title.
They didn't explain which kind of strap match it was very well.
Which was my biggest issue because oh, you know what? We were in the call watching this, and
Yeah.
Mike goes, they don't have the red light, and so on a usual
Which is a good thing.
yeah, but on a usual strap match above the corners they have lights and it's red,
Oh,
and
so
then it
that's what
turns
you
to
thought?
green when you tap the corner.
Ah.
So when Mike said they don't have the red light, I looked at the corner and I was like, yeah, they don't have the lights. That's weird.
It is progress, though, because he meant the stupid Fiend light.
Yeah, they took that away, which, thank goodness, because the fans hated it. The wrestlers who competed in it hated it, so.
Yeah, it wasn't needed.
Yeah, it just.
The
They
guy's
were.
terrifying enough without lighting.
Yeah, and it didn't make him any more terrifying, so.
Yeah. Speaking of terrifying, him signing the contract in blood was pretty nicely done.
Bro, He really shoved his
He
hand
just
in that
smeared
pin.
it. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of overdoing signing things in blood after Ciampa signed the contract yesterday.
Yeah.
I still don't get how he's the good guy.
He took out all
Anyways,
of
we won't.
Undisputed Era.
He beats up Adam Cole's friend and then demands a title shot and gets it, and we cheer for it.
I don't know.
Okay, guys. I don't know. Wrestling fans have questionable morals.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the Rumble after Lacey. The Fiend. It was I mean, they did a good job of having me actually believe that maybe Bryant's gonna do it when he put the strap in his mouth.
Yeah, that was really good. That was
Yeah, there were some nice touches, but it was typical. Not Daniel Bryan, Bray Wyatt, slow paced match.
Yeah, and it was the typical strap match. There was a lot of whip
Whipping.
shots. Yeah, with the strap, and really didn't get too extreme. It was a little confusing at first because, like you said, they didn't explain it, and then we found out randomly that it's strap matches now. I guess are just normal matches, but you're strapped to your opponent.
Yeah, which I mean, in the storyline works.
Yeah.
Because the story was that for some reason Bryant thinks that the Fiend is trying to escape him.
Right.
Delusional Daniel.
The way you decide between good and bad people is very interesting.
What do you mean by this?
Just like in general.
I just want competent decision making.
But anyways, the match itself was pretty good. The ending was really weird because the Fiend locked in the mandible claw and then like picked him up and chokeslammed him, and then like right after he hit the mat, they counted 3. So it was, and it didn't time.
It was real quick, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't really paced well. Like it was just like a finish out of nowhere. So.
Yeah.
After that, we got Becky Lynch versus Asuka for the Raw Women's title.
It was a women's title match. Asuka tapped out, I believe. Becky kicked her in the face and made the mist spray out first, and then she tapped. That's what the end was?
Yeah.
I forgot she got kicked in the head.
Yep.
Yeah. It was a match. I was really hoping they'd let Asuka become Asuka 2 belts.
Yeah, but
maybe she'll get her WrestleMania moment.
Hopefully, man, because I'm still not over.
She was dominant.
Still not over them breaking up the streak.
Last year. Oh, no. I thought you were talking about last year when she was the champion and then just randomly so Charlotte could be in the main event. She wasn't.
I don't remember that, but ugh.
Yeah, that was the build up to Ronda versus Charlotte versus Asuka.
They keep screwing Asuka with Charlotte.
Yeah.
Because they had Charlotte beat the streak because they didn't know what to do with it. Which, how you not know how to book a undefeated streak? How do you not know what to do with a streak?
Hold
just
on.
Win.
Yeah. Yeah. Just give them semi-good opponents and win. Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, she's in a pretty good spot right now with Kairi Sane and the Kabuki Warriors, but she should be a main champion for... She should be a dominant main champion because her run in NXT was insane.
Yeah, she was terrifying up until she ended up on the main roster.
Yeah. And, I mean, you can't really fault Becky because Becky's been backpacking this division for the last year and she's doing great. So.
Yeah, and she's done a good job being a final boss without feeling unbeatable. Like I said, I felt like for a while there was a chance that Asuka could do it.
Yep.
And throughout Becky's reign, that's been something that's been there with everyone she's faced. It's not like you're thinking, oh, here comes another match Becky's not going to lose.
Yeah, like our main champions.
Like Brock, Fiend. Who else?
I don't even know.
Keith Lee's going to feel like that now.
He might.
That man is a monster. What was after this? Was it the Rumble?
Yep, men's rumble.
Were the only titles defended women's title belts?
And the Universal title. Wow. Yeah, it was a really short show. They had.
Oh yeah, the Universal title was on the Fiend. I forgot.
They had 6 matches. But I mean, the 2 rumbles were an hour each. So.
Yeah, which makes sense. We didn't get the tag belts or the Raw Championship or either minor belt defended.
Yep, I mean the tag belts are. If any match is ever going to get cut, the tag belts are always going to be the first ones to go. And we didn't have the WWE Championship defended because Brock literally said nobody on this division can compete with me.
He's not wrong.
He's really not.
Well, actually, he is.
Yeah. So the men's rumble, where Brock opened versus Elias.
Who sang a song about being a sacrificial lamb on the way out to the ring, and Brock got bored.
Yep. And then proceeded to just steamroll through the first 15 guys.
15?
Yeah. The only time there was, before Keith Lee and Braun Strowman, who were 13 and 14, the only time...
I knew they got something.
Yeah, the only time there was more than one person in the ring was when Kofi and Ray decided to wait for Big E, and 3 of them entered the ring, but that only lasted about 30 seconds.
It was smart of them.
Yeah.
But it only lasted 30 seconds.
So the first 15 guys, first half of the Rumble was literally just Brock throwing people out of the ring and just dancing around. Until we got to 15, where there was Brock... Oh, no, 16, where there was Brock, Ricochet, and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. In long-term booking, Ricochet kicked Brock in the balls this time.
Yep.
And we got Claymore kick, and Brock's reign of terror was over.
Yeah. He eliminated the first 13 guys.
He killed
14 guys.
And he did a good job. He was entertaining when he was dancing to MVP's theme. And he was... Oh, what else did he do? Keith Lee came out and he goes, "That's a big boy."
Which we've joked that's the first time Brock's ever seen Keith Lee.
I believe it.
Yeah, I don't think Brock watches NXT.
Although you never know. He has a lot of time on his hands. He might.
Yeah. I just don't see Brock as like a huge like wrestling fan. He's just like...
He's just there because they pay him a lot.
Yeah, he just treats it like a normal like office job.
It's not a normal office job, but yeah.
I mean, he really isn't asked to take a lot of bumps or anything, so.
Oh yeah, he has pretty good job.
So yeah, the Royal Rumble started pretty much at 16 when Brock was eliminated.
Yeah.
Then the ring started to fill up really quickly, and the big surprise that was the shock of the night. Edge returned at number 21.
Yeah, he came out. Rated RKO was back and then gone again.
Yeah, Matt Riddle came out at 23.
Oh yeah, Matt Riddle got tossed
One of
pretty
your,
quickly after Brock was out.
Which I'm really... that really hurt my heart. I wanted to see a Matt Riddle and Brock Lesnar spot in the ring.
Yeah, but I don't think Brock likes Matt Riddle, so it's not gonna happen.
That's a legit beef?
Supposedly.
Oh, jeez. Brock Lesnar's not the dude I want to be beefing with.
I don't know. He's almost never around. He'll be good.
That's true. But, so yeah, and then the last 10 guys were really where they got in all their big names, because they did a good job of feeding mostly like the jobbers and mid-carders through the first 15.
To Brock, minus New Day and John Morrison.
Oh yeah, John Morrison. He lasted 9 seconds.
Yeah,
we didn't get a John Morrison or Kofi spot.
Naomi building a bridge.
That's right. The only cool save spot we got was Naomi jumping.
And Otis, but
She jumped from, what was it, the apron to the barricade, and then I climbed up it.
I thought it was the stairs, but either way, why would you jump from there to there instead of just stay in the ring?
Yeah, but I'm saying when she first got knocked out.
Yeah, she jumped to the barricade and then crawled over to the table and stood there for a while and built a bridge.
Yep.
Yay. I was so happy when John Morrison came back. He came back right in time for his pay-per-view.
I just realized we didn't talk about any of the returns in the women's match.
Beth Phoenix, Kelly,
We had Molly Holly repackaged as Mighty Molly.
I didn't get it. Why is she Mighty Molly?
Mercedes Martinez, who you told me was...
Oh, yeah, she's an NXT gimmick.
She's a trainer, right?
I think she's probably going to transition into being a trainer, but yeah.
Okay.
Was Shotzi Blackheart in the Rumble?
Yeah.
She's got a tank now. I was cracking up watching it. I thought the NXT ramp was so much longer. She came out in the tank and was like, it looked like she was losing control. And then she bumped into the ring. It was so funny. Put the clip in there. Put the clip in
I'll put it in there.
She just bumped into the ring and stopped. It just stopped. There was no reason for it to be that funny. But she came out with a tank, and the camera did it so perfectly because it looked like she was on a journey, and then the ring was there. I need to see her come out of the locker room in the tank. I need her to go through the doors at the parking lot, through the locker room, all the way to the ring. She just bumped into it. She's over.
Yeah.
She eliminated Shayna Baszler. She has a tank. She's over. Rusev and DX are in shambles. She has a tank. But yeah, the Women's Rumble head returns, and Shotzi Blackheart not in a tank.
Yep. There's a lot of NXT girls that competed. Mercedes Martinez.
And Casey Catanzaro was not one of them. Yet another Kofi spot enthusiast that has not appeared to do one.
Candice LeRae, Mia Dakota Kai, Chelsea Green, Toni Storm.
Toni Storm, yeah.
Zia
They had a
Lee.
video of her talking about how much it meant to, Zia Lee. They had a video on how much it meant to Toni Storm to be in the Rumble after she dreamed of it her whole life.
Was she the one? Wasn't it Tegan Knox that got the tattoo?
It was one or the other, yeah.
I think it was Tegan.
I think it was Tegan Knox.
And Shayna. So that's what? 1, 2. That's 10, 11 NXT girls?
Oh, wow. NXT had more representation than each of the other brands.
Yeah. So.
That's not bad.
I mean, I expected a lot of it because they only announced like 7 confirmed main roster spots going into it. So.
It makes up for most of the men's Rumble not having NXT guys. I think there was Matt Riddle, what's his name, Keith Lee, and maybe one other.
That's it.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone. I thought for a minute maybe like Ciampa or someone would show up, but no.
There's only 4 non-main roster. It was Lee, Riddle, Edge, and MVP.
Edge is a main roster superstar.
Right. Well, so is MVP now, but those are like...
No, he's not. MVP came back for one match.
Hey, he got a match on Raw.
And he will never have another match again.
So, back to the men's Rumble. Randy came out at 25, so they started doing a little rated RKO gimmick. Oh, Edge comes in at 21. The biggest return in I don't know how many years. Runs into
Probably
the ring.
Ever. This is almost as big as The Rock.
Yeah. Runs into the ring. I mean, it's a staple in the Royal Rumble that whenever you run into the ring, you're running wild. You know, some superstars will just start doing.
You
a bunch of crazy
adrenaline,
finishers.
just hit your stuff, yeah. And it's Edge of all people running to the ring.
Edge runs
and
in,
Dolph Ziggler is in the ring.
Spear on Dolph Ziggler, who You could poke him in the stomach and he'll sell like he just got shot.
The best seller in the company is standing in the ring with Edge coming full speed, and we need to see the crowd.
Yeah. And the camera misses the spear on Dolph Ziggler because they were panning to the crowd.
Good job, guys.
And then had the nerve afterwards to show the second angle on their Twitter.
Uh-huh.
But
they're editing it to fix it on the network now, I believe, but come on.
yeah, well, at least they fixed it.
That's not good enough. Do it right. This is why your stock went down $14 today.
Yo.
That drop was crazy, and it hit like 4:30 right before, like a couple hours before the market closed. It went down. I'm gonna watch it for a couple weeks, and maybe I'll pick some up.
There you go.
I don't know. It seems I don't want to believe that it'll stay down there, but Vince did fire a few higher up people a couple weeks before they have to report earnings, so it might not be looking too good. NXT might get cut. Your favorite superstar might be showing up in the Dynamite Zone soon.
Keith Lee's gonna pull up to the Impact Zone. But,
by God, what's Kenny Lee doing in the Impact Zone? But yeah, the men's rumble. Drew McIntosh won.
Yeah, Roman was 26, who everyone
they baited and switched all of you.
Yep.
I believe the whole time.
Seth came out at 30 with Buddy Murphy and Akim and Razar.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, he just started cleaning house, and then...
That's a good heel faction.
Oh, yeah. Except for the fact that their tag team isn't the tag team champions.
I mean, yes, but you could also... I mean, Seth is a tag team specialist, and you could say that instead of being a proper tag team, Akam and Razor are just brute muscle at this point.
That's a good point.
You can just say that that's what they are. They're back up to Seth and Buddy Murphy.
That's a good point. So, yeah.
You think Aleister Black beats Seth at Mania?
I hope so. I think, yeah.
I could see that happening, and it'd be really cool, and we could have like a reverse curb stomp into a black mass.
Oh. That'd be really cool.
A black out into a black mass.
So...
Yeah, that was the men's rumble.
Yeah. Came down to Drew and Roman in the final two, and Drew actually did it.
Drew won. We're proud of him. He finally is the chosen one.
Yeah, after over a decade.
He was chosen. Which that could be how they book it. They could, like, showcase that he was in 3MB and even got released and had to work himself back up on the indies, and now here he is.
Yeah.
That could be how they go about this.
Which he already announced on Raw the next night that he will be challenging Brock Lesnar at Mania.
Kinda don't like that.
I mean, it's Brock or the Fiend.
Yes, but we still have a whole pay-per-view where, in theory, Brock could lose the strap. Now you look like a goober, and instead of facing the champion for the title at WrestleMania, you're facing Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. I mean, but Brock's not wrestling in an Elimination Chamber.
No, Brock's not wrestling in the chamber. Although him in a chamber match would be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're going to get a Spanish-speaking Elimination Chamber for Andrade's title.
Okay.
We'll get the Elimination Chamber.
Oh my God. So
yeah, Elimination Chamber's our next pay-per-view. It's a fun time of the year.
Yeah, it's the first week of March, so it's about a month away.
Yeah, AEW is the second week of March in Rochester, I think. Is it the second week? I'm pulling up a calendar. I apologize. The third week is when Brody Lee will debut.
Oh. By the way, bro. Luke, I didn't know what Luke Harper's real name was. His look.
Is that his real name?
Let me see.
What's his real name?
Luke Harper. Oh, it's Jonathan Huber. Okay. 'Cause I was about to say.
That's his real name?
That is not a Brody.
That's not his real name.
What?
That's his real name, but that doesn't sound like what the man looks like.
So is Brody Lee's his AEW gimmick, I guess?
It was what he went by on the indies,
Oh,
and
well,
he has the trademark to it, so yeah.
that's not a Brody, so
That's Brody Lee.
whatever.
I don't know. I hope... what did I say about Jim Ross? What did he say about... Oh, yeah, he said that Cleveland can relate to John Moxley. I hope Jim Ross doesn't insult my city around my birthday.
Are we going to get a This Is Awesome chant for a 2 out of 3 Falls tag team match?
I don't know. If we can't respect the Revival, who do we respect?
That is true.
I can't wait for them to not get a This Is Awesome chant, but the War Memorial to literally explode because Orange Cassidy put his hands in his pocket. It was such a good match. I was enjoying every second of it. And there was like 15 people chanting This Is Awesome. And it should have roared around the arena.
Yep.
They did such a good job. But at least I'll get to witness wrestling history and watch Brody Lee make his televised debut in wrestling.
That is true.
Yeah. He's going to come out, and I have no idea what he's going to do. Is he going to join the 10-man Inner Circle?
I hope so.
He'll be man number 11. What if he stands in for the Luchasaurus as like a stunt double?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like either you're getting actual Luchasaurus or you're getting Luke Harper as the Luchasaurus. That would be kind of lame. I think he's gonna win a match because it's his hometown, and I don't think I've ever seen him lose a match there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've seen him wrestle 3 times, and he's 3-0.
That's
Him
wild.
and John Cena are both undefeated since I've seen them at the Blue Cross Arena.
John Cena's undefeated?
John Cena did I've never seen him lose at a house show. Actually, I think he lost to Punk once. No, he didn't face Punk. He put Seth Rollins through a table with a Super AA.
There you go.
I saw Braun Strowman put the King, Baron Corbin through a table. That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finn Balor stomped on Bobby Lashley. The rich history of WWE in Rochester, New York. CM Punk had a match with Chris Jericho with Mick Foley as the special guest ref.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It was pretty fun. Jericho brought out a chair and was going to smash Punk in the back with it, and Mick Foley grabbed it and said no. You ever go to a live WWE event?
I went to one, but it was like 2008.
What happened there?
I don't remember like what matches were going on. I just remember the main event was Randy Orton, who was WWE champion as a heel, against it was either Triple H or Chris Jericho.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. You gonna make the trip to see AEW?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know who I'd go with, and I really don't want to go by myself. So.
That's fair. Drag someone along. I mean, you could see their first ever steel cage match.
Oh Jesus.
You could see Wardlow versus Cody.
Yeah.
I don't even know who's been announced for my show yet. I'm trying to put together who's gonna do what when.
Mm.
But it's too far out. There's still
Yep.
a whole pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Moxley will probably be the champion. I hope Pac's there. I'm trying to think. The Omega Cowboys will probably still be the champions.
Mm-hmm.
The Nightmare Collective are no more, so they will not show up.
Yep.
Unless that was a fake and Luke Harper is going to be the leader of the Nightmare
Oh my
Collective.
goodness.
Awesome Kong, Mel, Luther, and Luker.
So, the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
what
back to
we're
the
talking about
Rumble.
here.
Do we have anything else to touch on for the Rumble?
I think that's
Drew
it.
McIntosh is bigger than Brock Lesnar.
Bro, that dude is huge.
Charlotte's what AEW needs and what WWE does not need.
Yep.
I really believe the Fiend was going to lose the belt, which would have been fantastic because he doesn't need it. I still don't like that they put it on him so soon.
Yeah, they really.
They shot themselves in the foot because you can't have him take a loss, but you also don't want
Mm-hmm.
to have any main event picture now.
Mm-hmm.
That SmackDown roster feels really weirdly light. It feels like
Yeah.
they're missing like 5 people.
Yeah, I mean, they really only are using like the same 10 guys.
Yeah. SmackDown's a startup company. It'll be okay. We'll see you on the next podcast. Somehow in our shorter format, we met in 47 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll iron out a lot of this. I think ideally 15, 20-minute segments tops when we actually get this ironed out and have a format to this instead of a last minute, hey, we need to record a Rumble segment going.
Yeah.
Follow Twitters. I think everything should be in descriptions.
Yeah, I'll link it all.
Yeah. Buy the WWE shares while they are low and thank me later.
Yeah.
Peace.
Adios.